How long you been living in Peckham, Sprags?
Pretty much what?
How much years?
15 years.
15 years.
18 years, touching on. I'm
Life
32
sentence,
now, so.
Life sentence years, you get
Do you
me?
know
Like,
the young
man, Joe, you get me? Man's done that.
Big up.
Trust.
me, yeah. So this is my block. This is where I used to grow up. This is where I grew up.
Yellow bricks.
Call it
you
Yellow
see?
Brick. You know what I mean? So SE15, Peckham, also known Pecknarm.
You knew Peckham before any of when all the older states were innit?
Trust me.
Yeah.
Long time ago. And it is a good thing that man like yourself is bringing it to light that, you know what I mean? Man them's grown.
Yeah.
And we're still there. And we still love which part we live.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. You was like a Dennis the Menace troublesome youth back in the day. You get me? Like for a young youth, you was trouble. You get me? But it's like you was getting in bare madnesses back in the day, fighting, trouble with police and all them kind of things there. And then like to see a man like change like into something so positive and on something positive, that's different, because you would have been someone that people maybe would have written off to be like he's gonna go jail and be doing bare madness. But
100%.
you're like one of the so what are you doing currently with yourself and that?
Right now, music is keeping me focused, not gonna lie, and I reckon that's helping a lot of our youngsters and our adults out here focused. Do you know what I mean? I got a tour coming up. It's in Leeds. It's called Fully Charged, the 26th of July 2019. It's a Mind Your Business tour, we're classing it as. So basically I got a song called Mind Your Business. It's sponsored by JH, his name's Johanif. So big up Johanif, JH. We're sporting his way, he's sponsoring the whole events. We're going from so many places. We had a barbecue show last night in Hackney, East London. So the tour is starting on the 26th, which is 2 weeks from now. It's gonna start in Leeds, tell a lie, and it's gonna end in Leeds. So it's gonna start in Leeds and end in Leeds, and then the second show is gonna be in Sheffield, Huddersfield, Bradford, and back to Leeds, and hopefully everything sell off. You know, see everybody's sponsoring the thing. So we're trying to get loads more people to sponsor the thing, you know what I mean? So it's leveling up, you know, that's my phrase, that's my slogan, that's my word, level up.
You say, what's your fan base saying? I know you've got fans from all over the world. I ain't gonna.
It's crazy right now, I'm not gonna lie myself in it, but it's motivation, inspiration from Africa to Spain to like France, even to Italy. It's going crazy right now. Trust me, Europe is going mad. So it's about trying to keep that fire blazing. You know what I mean?
And you're independent, yeah?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So nowadays, music, you don't even have to be signed to no one to boss and do your thing and get your recognition. Or do it yourself. And
to get your P's up, just make sure you got your head game in gear. Do you know what I mean? And make sure you're around people that are business minded and people that want to elevate. That's the main thing in life. If you stay around people that ain't doing much, that's not inspiring your life, then do you know what I mean? The inspiration ain't gonna come from thin air sometimes.
We say even if you have to do it alone until you come up against the right people.
And you know for yourself, that's what NUFF man rate man for trying to just do my thing separately, and we're all still a team. We can never forget each other, but yeah, it's been independent. SD music, right now I'm sporting JH wear, and that's the next thing. Everybody try to play a role. Not everybody needs to be at the front all the time. Do you know what I mean? Take your time and play your role. That's what Spragdos has got to say to you, bigging up the whole world. Trust me.
Yeah.
Big up the cameraman, you don't know. Big up
Don't know,
yourself,
man.
every time, trust me. Big up my like H is pulled up. Trust me. Come on, my old school G's. Come on, old school G's from long time. I mean, big up H, big up Cross, Low. JH went to the world, it's crazy. We're kicking it off SD music, you don't know. Nom. Come on, Peckham, big up yourself each and every time. Love. Come on.
My guy.
Damn, man, look at you.
What's your opinion of like Peckham from the past and now? Like, what's it like to you? Has it changed for the good, for the bad? Is there anything you miss?
Shit. We had a little community back in the day. Still, was connected with one. It's nice. It's different now. It's quieter.
Because what we're talking about here is like the main thing is like the gentrification of the area. Come through.
What, the change up?
Oh shit,
Yeah.
say nada. This is the first time, yeah, my boy. Say nada.
Yeah, me. This is like we're just talking about the change in Peckham, yeah. Like, so obviously your age generation, like what you know. But remember, yeah, I can go as far back as North Peckham Estate, Camden. That's all gone now. the old Gloucester, and it's all changing up now. Like, so a lot of the buildings, the old estates are gone, North Peckham estate's gone, and like, so what do you lot think it's for their best or like the current state of it, man? Like,
do you know what? Yeah, I'm even gonna hit it up with like a main topic from the beginning.
Yeah, go
to where obviously I'm from Lucian Borough.
Yeah.
You get me, to where 10 years ago I couldn't be standing here next to him and you and even being cool on the camera, you know what I'm saying? Without someone about to stab me, shout me, draw me to the back over there, do you know what I'm saying? Happy slap me on this camera. You get me, to where obviously gentrification looks a bit mad from certain aspects because they're bringing in a whole different culture. But that culture allows us to even be more free with ourselves, to where now I can chill with you, brothers.
You know what? Yeah, I haven't even heard that. That's the first time I've heard someone say it from that angle. You get me?
You get me, to where that's what a lot of people don't think about. Like they look there, even if you take a shot there, they'll look at that and say, "This is
Different now. I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, I couldn't even went down.
not even on some."
No.
Back in the day, they wouldn't have come down this road. There's too many niggas out here. You get me? But
nuts.
You get me? But nowadays, you know what I'm saying? There's a bit more freedom for us to actually show the characters that we are, because obviously the hood portrays you as a particular person for a long period of your life. But now the fact is, do you know what I'm saying? We can break those ideals.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
It was different back in the day because our parents went through certain things, so we had a different kind of warrior mentality still. So
even all our parents from the Windrush era, everything that happened in Brixton, do you know what I'm saying? Black people had to hold it down for themselves for a long period.
That's why the community was deep. That's why we was connected, and that's why we was holding space together differently. You get me? But we go out there 100 man up and that. Like,
I think gentrification now is just like a mixing pot of understanding. Do you know what I'm saying? To where really and truly gentrification is just the white man's culture. Do you know what I'm saying? And us embracing it in a sense, to where we've already embraced our own cultures. We're trying not to stab each other now. Do you know what I'm saying? To where as people, as human beings, we should be able to interact beyond races. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think gentrification starts there. It does have its negative points. Do you know what I'm saying? To where people can walk down there and they don't have a certain respect for maybe the man them on the roads and all that. But at the same time, it keeps everybody out of that old matrix that we was in, to where man them feel so righteous to do things that maybe weren't right. Do you know what I'm saying? Back in the day. So now I think everybody's got their head screwed on a bit better. Do you know what I'm saying?
Peckham's alright, isn't it? Like, it's quiet.
Peckham's a nice place now.
We could talk about even. So how long you been living in Peckham?
Boy, since 1978, man.
1978.
41 years, man.
When there's black and white photos and that.
Black and white, Gloucester Grove Estate, down in Court. It was a brand new estate back then. Like, it was like probably one of the first new estates that was.
Is it? So you was on the Gloucester when it was brand new?
It was completely brand new.
That's mad.
You know, and they just, to my parents, because they was living in East Street at the time.
This is what? Oh shit.
So yeah, my parents used to live East Street Market, literally East Street. Family were expanding, so you know what I mean. So then we moved to Gloucester.
Yeah. So what was the early memories of Gloucester? What was like your impression of Gloucester?
It was a lovely estate, man, where everyone knew everyone. You know, I never grew up somewhere where you had the estate, but also you had shops as well. You had Camden Estate was in front of us, and then you had North Peckham, which was behind us. So it's like you can walk from Gloucester, North Peckham, to Camden without really touching the ground.
I came onto the North Peckham estate when like 1985 or 6 or something like that.
Yeah, 14. But them times Peckham was a nice place, you know what I mean? It was mainly family orientated. It's like when we moved there, my cousins lived there as well, so it's like it was like a community. It's not like we didn't know people in the estate. Everyone made you feel welcome.
It's smart because obviously I do know obviously that there was a lot of negative stuff on the estate back in these areas back then. But a lot of people when you ask people that lived there, so always talk about the community feel and stuff like that. What about like, because obviously them times there, that must have been just like early days before a lot of African culture people came in, isn't it? Right? So what was the main ethnicity was Caribbean, isn't it?
No, but really, because we had Peckham, Schumett Row was like mini Africa.
Or in Schumett Road. Oh, is it? Was it still like that then?
I think it's kind of changing now.
No, but it was still had a lot of Africans back then.
Yeah, back then that's where there was a lot of African shops. So we used to always go down there to get all our African food, like yam, pounded yam, ground rice, Gary,
Is it?
Scotch bonnets, okra. So Shumat Roll was like mini Nigeria, you could say, man, back then, man. So I think that helped us settling in Peckham.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like there is a lot more out there for the youth to kind of see and be inspired by, towards being, you know, a greater individual.
I hear that.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's definitely changed.
So with yourself, all right, cool. So I know you've gone on to a few things as well yourself. So like, what is it you do now, like for yourself, like, because I know you're a man.
Yeah,
of
so
five ways.
I mean, yeah, I've got a few little things. My main things is that I'm involved in music, so I do this.
I'm gonna win when I got the baton on me. Said it feels good when I'm dogging. That's why I got a cat for me. I was like, fam, don't bother, car man, done already got the ting pattern, sorry. Like brothers with no dough, trying to move a girl on job, man's intimidated. If I draw a girl a Monday, by the Wednesday, man, I beat, that's called a Craig David. How can I take shit personal coming from a man that I've never even rated? If my brother comes to your yard tooled up, just know everything's getting decorated. Well, you know about sitting at your desk on an encode, done about 5 in an hour. That day you can say I made a killing at the white girl.
Yeah, man.
Recording. I've got a recording studio as well, so I've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
But then,
Man, touch on your more music.
yeah.
man.
So like, I mean, along the way, I've worked
Could
with
you- yeah,
artists such as like 50 Cent.
Yes.
I've worked with gigs who's local.
Yeah.
You know, I've worked with like Blade Brown, Big Nasty, Skeptors, Retro
So you,
X.
bruv, you're naming like the industry, like the big, like you're naming the movers and shakers and the thing, man.
I've worked with artists, so I collaborated with many artists in the industry. Do you get me? Like, music's always been my passion. I think it was my getaway,
Yeah.
and it was just something that, as a youth, I always enjoyed doing. Do you get me? We started off like DJing. Do you get me? Me and my cousin started off DJing.
I heard something. You've done something, but you know what it is, yeah. With music, I don't have like a specific interest to follow music all the time. I'll touch on it, here, come away, listen to it, not excited. That ain't really my thing.
Yeah.
But like with your music, it's like a lot of time when I've seen you post freestyles or you post some of your music,
Yeah.
I like picking your gems out of your music. I say, right, I like that
Got
one.
little
The
gems in
basically the gems of like how to achieve certain things,
Yeah.
or talking about, I don't know, it could be something, let's say maybe how to flip property, or
Yeah.
how to maneuver in certain ways. I pick those things up, so
it's just,
like I hear the music, but then I pick out the things that can benefit
Little
me in
teachings,
life.
yeah,
The
yeah.
teachings in life, man. Like, so
do you know what? I think that's what's always, I mean, me as an individual, I've always been a very, like a deep thinker, so I've been very mindful and strategic in how I've kind of done certain things, and that's probably carried me all the way, do you know what I mean? Like, I've never just been your regular person to just erratically do
Yeah.
something crazy. You get me?
Yeah.
I might just think about it. I put a plan or a strategy. I'm very strategic or logical, and I apply that to my music as well. So when I'm actually writing, or when I'm spitting some lyrics, it has to have some sort of knowledge that is
Yeah.
more. Do you know what I mean? That's gonna kind of that you can take from as well.
Yeah.
But then there's a balance where you can relate to it. Do you know what I mean? So it's about combining the two. So I still, although I'm not like an active artist anymore as much on the front line,
Yeah.
I still love writing. I still love spitting. So
yeah, no, that's
in my
what I
own
think.
time,
You always go back.
I'm always going to do it. Do
So
you get me?
It's something I think you should like still follow up. Man,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you
I
said.
still like. I'm working on a project at the moment actually, so it's not that it's dead totally.
Yeah, I know you also do a bit of property.
Yeah, so I work in property. Like I got my own property management business
Sick,
as
man.
well. I've had that since I set up in 2014.
Yeah.
And it's been going well, man. I've done a few like refurbs and stuff.
Yeah.
Some flips. I've I also do some property consulting as well.
Yeah.
So yeah. Like,
How do you just kind of self-taught, or are you like?
Well, do you know, I'll be honest. I'll give you a story. Like me studying property. I mean, I've always been interested in property because my dad used to do property
Yeah.
years ago. So that's always kind of been a little inspiration.
Yeah.
But what kind of got me into like doing it initially was first I started off at an estate agent, like a local estate
Yeah.
agent, when I was 19, 20. I just wanted to kind of just do it. I wanted to do something because you know when you
Yeah.
get to a certain age, your
You
mum's
have to
just in
keep
your
yourself
ears and you got to kind of do something. So I chose that route, and then I wasn't really. It was just too much. You're doing mad hours of sales and all that. But then I got into a little madness. Me and my cousins, all of that. Cause we're still out here
Yeah.
fucking around, and then one of my cousins went jail. It's
Yeah.
the first time he got a sentence.
Yeah.
He got 7 and he had to do three and a half.
Yeah.
And then I was just thinking about the bigger picture, because it was like a real close shave, and that kind of, I said to myself, do you know what, let me just do something productive. Because if he can sit in a cage for 3 years, I can go uni and get a degree for 3 years, and that was literally what inspired me to go university and get a degree. Do you get me? So I basically took a negative, turned it into a positive. Do you know what I mean? And at the end of it, it just gave me the outcome. Like, I studied property in uni, and it just equips me with the mindset and just the knowledge to kind of see that you can actually do more with your life, and do you know what I mean, and do better. And from there, I just started to work in different organisations and learn the trade, the skills of what I needed to kind of progress. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So after a few years of working in the industry, I just decided that I wanted to do my own thing. So I just saved up a bit of money and took that leap, man, and just set up my own company. So
this documentary basically is for you to share your experiences, because someone might be watching this and be at that same stage where you was thinking, I'm scared to take the risk.
Yeah,
and
it is a big risk, and I'll be honest, I've had ups and downs, and I've lost it, or sometimes I think, forget this. This is, do you know what I mean? Like, you can make money, you can lose money, but you know, in life, I think that it is about taking the gamble and taking a risk. Do you get me? And not being scared, because you can always bounce back. And I've done it many times, and it just proves that it is what it is.
Greater the risk, greater the reward.
Yeah, it's simple as that. Do you know what I mean? Don't be afraid, because I don't want to regret it. So I'd rather turn around and say, do you know, at least I tried. I managed to build up a nice portfolio of properties and stuff, and then I manage them as well. And it's just, everything's just progressing in that direction. There's still a lot that I need to learn and still want to achieve in the industry. Yeah. But so far, so good. I've kind of been doing well in it, and I can't complain. And I've met so much nice people, so much people who's inspired me, who's given me new opportunities and new ventures, and off the back of it, do you get me? Like, I can turn around and say that it's doing well.
So what would you kind of like advise some young people maybe go through that transition of? It could be guys that want to transition from being on the roads, or someone that's maybe legit and they want to kind of,
do you know what I mean,
get off or stop or change.
We've all been there, and it's about taking a skill and turning it into something that's going to productively create a better life for you and your family. Do you know what I mean? And I think the art of being able to just hustle and have the ambition of wanting to put in work to gain a result is what you need to apply to something constructive. So, what I would tell all these youths is just to kind of educate themselves. Don't be afraid to seek knowledge and to ask for help, and to, do you know what I mean, put yourself.
It's with them.
Scratch mixed it.
Yo, my boots, let's show them. You know that the gang's loaded. 018 will beat and wax. I know 17 knows non-stop poking. Man, just roll up it quick, mad, unusual suit, man's rolling.
Scratch mixed it.
Yo, my boots, let's show them. You know that the gang's loaded. 018 will beat and wax. I know 17 knows non-stop. Man, just roll up an ink up quick, mad, unusual suit, man's rolling. Scared man, money don't make no money, so man storing chat through COVID. 1,000 pairs popped up in the whip, that's me for the week and a half. I'm in a country.
Recommend to rev this up and smoke up.
Yeah, but is he really gonna smoke it for the whole convention?
Yeah, man, one smoking up.
Watch out the snatches come. If you talk about work, we can talk about work. Just know there's an instant report. Why am I putting his drinks up? I did not come round here for a tussle. With his rumble like I might cut you. Now your family needs suits and shovels. Leave, swing it. Got my champagne, yeah. I'm trying to see for spinning. What's that pagan juice?
Yeah, shorts.
Man, got shorts.
Titch done
now. The old school generation. You say, what you man there doing?
Just jamming. Man's calling with the youngers, them coin face, doing a video shoot.
What are you saying? From the old school to the new school, the new generation of the young man from now.
Support still. They're not like how we was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, they're trying to go forward straight from early. We didn't go so early.
All right.
I have to big them up for that still.
What was it like kind of growing up? Do you think it's different, the change of growing up in Peckham now and growing up when you was? Has it changed much?
Nah, it's definitely changed from when we was younger to the point of
to what's going on now.
Yeah, because most of them now, they don't know, they beef with each other to the point of where they'll want to kill each other. Like if me and Schultz was to beef, within a couple of days we're friends again. No matter how it goes, he could tell me mum, dad, family, he knows them. So I don't take it like that, you know what I mean? But we still talk, we're not trying to shoot each other. That's where they go wrong.
Poke up each other and stuff.
Yeah, man. But what you're saying as well now, when you lot were coming up, there wasn't no music opportunities for man to kind of get the money
No, we didn't have none of that. The only opportunity we had was more fucking
like the dancehall scene.
The dancehall, like getting money to go out there.
Money.
Yeah, just
like
making money. That was it. Just money.
Back in the day,
there was no. We used music to make more money.
All right.
Yeah.
But now these man they can see big racks through the music thing at young ages now.
Yeah, but they get more opportunity. Our age, when it was us, there was no YouTube. There was nothing like that we could go to try and
channel your energy and you put out your creative side.
We could rap, but it would be in a dance. It wouldn't be on TV for the world to see you. It would be in a ragga dance. No one's filming you. You know what I mean? So we just, all we can do is support the young ones, man, and just say like, right, there's no point in drilling on the past and saying what if, and that don't make you go nowhere. It's about supporting the ones where they are now. You get it?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing now.
Point. Yeah, on point. That's it. Yeah. Come, we go out there. Come.
If you talk about works, we can talk about works. Just know there's an instant rebuttal. Wise man putting his dukes up. I did not come round here for a tussle. With this Rambo knife, I might cut you. Now your family needs suits and shovels. Lean, swing it. Back my shank and ying it. Uptown sauce I'm spilling. Or it's that pagan juice I'm spilling. Man, trap and bang that trap. That's why I just off me off.
Bang face video shoot. We Are Pecknarm documentary. The hood. Steven Spielberg guy.
Listen, yeah? Real Peckham documentary. Levels, yeah? Just remember, foundation. Most of these men are, I don't even know where they come from.
Come on, Litty season. We are Pecknarm.
My missus, 5'1" and her back is the biggest. Lean, swing it. Back my shank and ying it. Uptown sauce I'm spilling, or it's that pagan juice I'm spilling. Man, trap and bang that.
That's different from them having them American gangs. Everywhere around the world. What made us different was we didn't have a boss. We didn't answer to no one. We all sat round as a collective, as the man them, and made our decisions. Alright?
I don't know.
If we were gonna go and rob a rascal bank, we're all gonna get up and say we're gonna go and rob that bank over there. We're gonna link up in the morning and go fuck that shit up. You get me? If we're going ghetto, we're gonna say we're gonna link up at Crackerjack and we're gonna go ghetto and fuck them niggas up. I like though.
No one telling man.
Niggas can't talk about Pecknarm had this boss. There was no boss through, bro. There was no boss. Every single one of us was our own boss because we all had like me myself. I had like 30 and plus whatever guys that was working for me, and him, whoever, every one of us had a different amount of people around us that was doing something else. That's what made us different from the rest. We will link up with Brixton, Lewisham, Wandsworth, Rasclar, West End, South, everywhere. We linked up with the man and they came to link with us.
You know that the gang's loaded. 018 will beat and wax. I know 17 don't stop talking. Man just roll up an ink up quick. Mad, unusual suit man's rolling. Scared man money don't make no money. So man still ring trap through COVID. 1,000 pets parked off in a whip. That's me for the week and a half. I'm in the country 3 days in my ting and she's screaming mad cause we ain't had a bar. Yo, I like them tax. If we didn't touch you, show us your star. To the label, we don't need your advance. So I bashed them a door and I whipped her down. Nothing but flair when I whipped her down. Whip that, shy step to the arm and I whip back round, just flex in my arm. Blow that chest from your arm. I mean, blow that arm from your chest. You can step and wear that vest so you want, but it still ain't saving your neck. Took me a loss, now I'm scraping a wreck. Both hands on when I clutch and wave it. Bro just smashed up on smile like a thing with bad and bougie. Big bun down, now this thing ain't basic. I just saw me up, didn't waste no time, but my Rambo straight at that casing. Couldn't deal with the minimum wages, his dukes up. I did not come round here for a tussle. With this Rambo knife, I might cut you. Now your family needs suit shovels. Lean, swing it, swing it. Back my shank and ying it. Uptown sauce I'm spilling, or it's that pagan juice I'm spilling. Man trap and bang that trap, that's why I just off me a 4 and a midget. This thing wanna be my missus. 5 for 1 and a...
Get me. It's a maniac right here.
Yo, brother.
Yo, Pro, Doc, where you going? You need to get in a visual, you know, Pro.
Come on.
We're trying to do it. We're gonna try to finish off on tipsy.
I just need to say, we are Pecknarm, Pro.
We are Pecknarm, fam.
We are Pecknarm. We are.
All day,
every day,
nigga.
Done
Say that
though.
on my G, yeah?
Yeah.
Done now.
With you lot now, like music-wise, what you lot doing?
Maniac. You saying?
We just run businesses, man.
You got businesses going on and that.
We just run companies and run businesses and work with corporations. And that's it. Just being positive and work with the youths and trying to, bring the next generation forward productively, economically, spiritually and financially.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone, we grew up in a negative environment. Peckham's always had a negative environment, yeah. So when we're out here now trying to bring the positive side out of it, you get me? Like, the media don't never like to take on the good side. They always like to hear the bad. So this is why we've got to do this.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Because without the children, we have no future.
Yeah.
Question. What do you reckon they got different from
What I think they've got different is all this technology that they've got. That's the only thing really different. You get me?
What, the technology?
Yeah.
It's made it much easier.
It's made it easier for them to be more vocal. You get what I'm saying, in society. But they need to do it the right way.
Because they got a voice. Now basically these youths have got a voice compared to how man never had a voice. You know?
Yeah,
so
you see it.
they can talk about everything that's gone on or want to happen or something like that.
Yeah, but you know what it is, yeah? They got it easier than us, innit? Regardless to the boy them with the damn stop and search and all that, they can just go out there, film themselves and do something dumb and get famous. Before we couldn't do that.
No.
From there,
you
now
hear word of mouth that raw. You know, such and such rare tear, you get me? And random will hear shit, you get me? Like,
man can build a music career from scratch.
Nothing. From just
posting the video.
Something.
Yeah, but some of them are real and some ain't though, because some make their name and they're not as real as they say they are.
And that's how easy it is now. That shows how technology is made so easy that you don't even have to be real to make it.
Yeah, you just have to. Yeah, that's real. I suppose if you know someone that is real, you can stand beside him. But these niggas there, they're holding it for man them still. But they took it. What's the word? International. They took it everywhere. Where we just had it just down here where we was.
Now they
we
can
had to
do
put
it.
in some dirt and put in work just to get known. Where they can just 1 minute and they're known in 10 seconds.
I did not come round here for a tussle. With this Rambo knife, I might cut you. Now your family needs suits and shovels. Lean, swing it, swing it. Back my shank and ying it. Uptown sauce I'm spilling, or it's that pagan juice I'm spilling. Man trap and bang that trap. That's why I just off me a 4 and a midget.
Litty season. We are Pecknarm.
Back my shank and ying it. Uptown sauce I'm spilling, or it's that pagan juice I'm spilling.
And I look at this area, yeah, and my mum says she's moving around here. If my mum says she's moving, I'll look at this area and I'll think, no, I'm not moving around here. For one, get me. For 1 year, like look at it. It looks trashed, yeah. Get me. It looks messed up, yeah. No, it's not even that bad. No, it looks messy, yeah. And it looks like a ghetto area.
For instance, it could be 9 o'clock, yeah, like a crazy dog. You could be walking down here, you could see like a little, you could see someone in one of the alleyways, next to you, someone's jumped out with a knife and you're dead on the floor. It's anyway, look, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
do the property. So what do you think about the Peckham gentrification? Like, because Peckham's changed compared to when you was here. Like,
It's
there's a
mad.
lot. Have you you might even venture down Rye Lane at night times on a weekend and see what it looks like?
You know, I was saying the other day to my friend, I said I've not done a social night in Peckham since it's kind of gentrified. Yeah. But just like I can speak from property terms because my nan's house is just there, as you know.
Yeah.
Or you get me? That's where she used to live, and that's where we spent most of our life.
Yeah.
And that house probably maybe 150k when we was young.
Yeah.
Now I know that it's a 2-bed house. You know, 2-bed house is worth probably 800.
Woo.
That's a 2-bed house. So you can see what's happened to Peckham. The gentrification and what they've done to it is changed dramatically. Although, like, the culture is still out there. Like, there is still elements of the culture because you know, when you walk down the high street, you will kind of see elements of it. Like, you know, I kind of still feel at home.
Yeah.
But there is you can see the change. You can see the separation. There's a divide.
Yeah.
There's a divide. You get me?
It's like,
you know, when you say gentrification, it's not even it's white people basically. You get what I mean? Like,
it's more white people in the area when they never used to.
It's middle class, isn't it? Middle class to upper class, and they're coming in now. They're buying because they're the only ones. Because what you find in these areas now, especially the ones that's closer to central, and they're on, you know, those
people
1 and 2 zones. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
they need to come.
They're driving everyone out. They're driving everyone who can't afford. So those who live and have been born and bred in these, you know, in these areas are being driven out of of these areas now, and they're being sent to like the suburbs and all that, and you know, outside where they can manage.
Seeing further down in the house section and stuff, and I'm seeing £1 million houses and stuff. I'm like, what? And houses, 2 bedrooms, Queen's Road, Acorn Estate, 500,000 and stuff
crazy.
like that.
I mean, it's nice what's happened to it. Do you get me? To a degree, I think it's just a shame that those who kind of made Peckham what it is and they're part of it,
to get the most out of it.
They didn't get the most.
All right, my guy. I appreciate you coming down.
Yeah, it's all love,
again,
bro.
man. And we'll catch up again.
Yeah,
man.
100%, man.
So what? You're from the south? Like, you're from? You go around Peckham, Old Kent Road?
Yeah, I go around Peckham, Old Kent Road.
And so, okay, right now we're outside the Asda, Old Kent Road. So, you currently, you're trying to hustle for some money, trying to get money, yeah?
Yeah, I'm hustling for some money.
Okay, yeah, because I see you a lot of time. I've given you money on before other occasions. So, what's the cause? What's the reason of this, man? Can you tell?
What can I say? Voices in my ear making me move around. Because I have to keep moving around, so I don't feel like harming myself and feeling depressed. So I have to keep going around because I'm hearing voices, and I've been hearing voices for so long. So I go up and down and see what I can do, and feeling good all the time because I don't like thinking anything of harm yourself.
Oh, so it's constructive, can keep you motivate yourself, basically.
Yes, it does keep me going, and keep me depressed, and you know. And
so, what does the money get spent on?
What does the money get spent on?
You can be honest. You get me? Like, this is a real.
The money goes in the good use or the good hand.
But do you smoke? Maybe you smoke cannabis?
And sometimes I smoke cannabis, and sometimes.
Does it go on harder? Do you smoke hard? Yeah, cocaine.
Yeah. Sometimes I smoke
alcohol. Alcohol.
No alcohol.
Oh, you're not alcohol? No. Okay, so what do you feel like? No, the drugs it help you basically escape like a reality. Do you think it helps?
Does it help me to escape reality? The drug. It helps me to come down to earth and see the environment the way I kind of find when I visit I came traveling from Ghana to here.
Oh, so you're from Ghana originally?
I like to keep the beautiful environment going and see the way I'm seeing because I hear voices. I don't want to be looking like I'm imagining and stressing and the scene and thinking that why the environment is so beautiful.
Yeah, I hear you. The community, you get the help, you support you're meant from the government.
Do I get the
to help you because maybe you might need some help.
From the government, I could say I wouldn't know.
Nah, you get help. What kind of help would you want? Some help? What kind of help or support do you feel you might be missing? That
I need. Again, for everybody to stay out of the scene and out of our way, and to stay out of trouble and keep the violence not going, and not find foolishness around there here.
Yeah. Okay, I understand. So, are you currently homeless?
Most probably, yes.
Most probably, yeah. Do you have family and support?
Kind of.
Or sometimes, maybe.
Kind of.
What's your name? Sorry, the last to finish. What do you call yourself?
My real name, I call myself Hoogie or Eugene Quarantine.
Okay. Yeah. Alright. Growing up, the area you grew up, did you feel like your prospects for the future looked high, like you could see a good potential future for yourself, like from the area that you grew up in? Like, for instance, like imagine someone growing up in Chelsea or something like back in the day or something. They see a lot more, I don't know, like a lot more wealth in the environment compared to where we saw. We said pissy stairwells. Sometimes you see taped off areas, drug addicts and all that stuff compared to other areas. So like, did you feel that affected what your potential you could reach in life?
Not really, because in the day you're just a product of your environment. So I reckon it's down to your parents. So even though some people at the time used to say, "Oh, Peckham's bad and this," but because I lived there, I never really saw it like that, because of how I was raised by my parents. They always taught us that you can achieve anything no matter where you're from, so they kept us grounded. My mum used to work 2 jobs while raising 5 kids, and she used to work, come home, supervise us, so it gave us the confidence and stability to know that, listen, you might be living on a state amount, but you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. Just set your mind to it and just work hard. So I actually like growing up in Peckham, you know what I mean? So
what do you do now?
Well, I'm a building surveyor.
A building surveyor, yeah?
For 20 years.
Okay, what? You know what people are going to be thinking, that you're saying all these mad numbers how long you've been living on estates and how long you've been different. They're going to think, why does this guy look so young?
You know what? It's the African gene, man. It's the Nigerian in me. I probably get it from my mum and dad, you know. I'm just blessed, man. So like I said, I'm a building surveyor. I've always wanted to be a building surveyor.
Yeah, okay, that's mad. You always wanted to, like, I didn't even know what that was when I was young. Like, what is a building surveyor? When I was young.
I just was fascinated with buildings. You know, I used to look at these magazines and look at the shapes of buildings and design. And my mum said that used to interest me. At one point I was thinking about being an architect, but then I think I just moved from that to being a building surveyor. So yes, I'm just fortunate, I'm lucky, I'm in a job that I love.
Yeah.
I mean, there's days where it's stressful and hard, but it's just, like I said to my daughter when she asked what's a building surveyor, I class myself like a doctor for buildings. So I diagnose problems with buildings and I come up with solutions.
Okay, that's like a better way for her to understand the way.
Yeah, that building surveyor you can say is a doctor for buildings. So it's like.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like with this documentary, it's not just about like someone's basically done a lot of negative in their life and then they've turned it around. We're also trying to show that people have lived in a negative environment and have maintained like a positive and good image around them throughout their time and managed to stay clear of certain the things that some people fall victim to in the area, you feel me? So like that's you're one of those people, you get me? Come at success. Also present and a bit of the future. Peckham obviously has gentrified itself now. The Gloucester estate's no longer there. The same estate, the house that you used to live in is no longer there. And it's all changed now. So what do you feel the gentrification currently? Is it a good thing or a bad thing in your mind?
Well, I think it's a bad thing. Gloucester's still there. My block, luckily, is still there.
Wow.
But a lot of the blocks have gone. It's a shame because it's like part of it's like a generation. It's like that Gloucester estate for me is historic. Like it's one of the first type of estates that they built in Peckham, brand new for black people. So it's a bit shame that they've knocked most of it down and changed it up, and so it's lost a bit of a historic to me. So it's still there, but for me it's not the same. So it's a shame what they're doing with this, you know, trying to change the geographic of the population of Peckham.
It has an effect on the community, like spirit, like the community, like
because it's like
breaks it down. Like.
Yeah, they're forgetting the core values of what Peckham's about. You know, it's like seems like Peckham now is just all about money, making money for it. Yeah. It's like, wow, we can make money in Peckham. Yeah, Peckham's it's not far from central London. You know, we fix it up. You know, not helping the community.
So when we've come to I've linked back up with you because the last time we spoke it was about we done the interview was about wasn't a year ago, but it was last year.
Was it?
Yeah.
Just under.
Yeah, it's under a year. Okay. But I think about September times it would be about a year. You get me? Yeah, I think about that still. But yeah, obviously the reason why man thought I would check back in with you is because we've come to visit your studio, you get me? So like as we can see,
the showroom.
Yeah, so okay, you got the showroom. So yeah, man. So that shows the progress that you've made since the last time we spoke. You get me?
You know, it's been a journey. Still, it's just been there's been a lot of positives that's been happening over the last few months, which I can't complain about, and I'm grateful for. Just work-wise, I'm still maintaining, like doing my property stuff, but I've always had this studio, and recently, obviously, during the recent events of COVID-19, decided that as a result of the studio not really being used, it was the perfect opportunity to just come in and refurbish it. So I'm going to send you actually some photos of what it looked like before, so you can see
the change.
Yeah, the change, man. Like literally, we've stripped it back down to the ground, and just start. We started from scratch. So we changed the booth area, flooring, like replastered, ceiling, everything. We've just got some new equipment and stuff, and also so we've got the studio. We've got this area here, which is going to be used as a podcast sort of area. We've kind of kept it a simple white sort of background and the walls and stuff, because obviously we want to still be able to use it for photography as well, which people can do. Yeah.
Also, it's like a multi-use. So you've made this a multi-use space.
So it's not just a recording studio. It's multi-use. So we're trying to just incorporate as much, maximize the usage and space as possible, man. So even like video production, we've got all the camera equipment and stuff, so we could do that. But yeah, it's just, and also what I've done in terms of the concept and the style, it was kind of influenced around the fact that obviously, we do music, I do music, but also do property and have a passion in the two. So I kind of combined. So in terms of like the spec, kind of had an element of just like how we would spec a home or something, and then we have the studio, and kind of brought the two elements, and that's how the birth of show home or show.
Because I feel that, yeah, man, that sounds it, because I feel that there's people out there like that would have maybe seen the first part of our interview, and then come now that they can see that the progress is made. Like you haven't been standing still, just doing nothing. You've still been working towards certain things. So that's a side that some people don't ever get to see.
Yeah. I think this was just an opportunity to just take the time to do something during the whole COVID period, because obviously with what was going on, everything slowed down. Yeah. So for me, because I'm just used to always being active and doing stuff and working and whatever, I couldn't just do nothing, do you know what I mean? But then luckily and fortunate for me, I was still able to work throughout COVID anyway. Yeah. But I did have a bit more time to do other things, so I just thought, let me see what else I can do and add to the list of little projects that I'm doing, and this was one of them. There's not an official website just yet, but
it's the Instagram.
Yeah, the showroom, and you can actually book through Insta as well. So it's got a link where you can just click and book, arrange
booking system,
sessions, and all the rest of it. We've got our own in-house engineers, producers.
Okay.
And yeah, any like people you need to kind of help you use.
So you've got basically when they booked, there's a package that comes with
packages. Yeah, there's half days, full day packages.
And it comes with like the extra equipment and everything. So
Yeah, and everything's inclusive. Do you know what I mean? So there are options as well. You know, what I'm looking to do and excited about is we're going to be running some like workshops as well for like the youth. So a few of my friends, they work in youth clubs and they're working on some gang prevention.
So offering some support work with that, but that ends something constructive for them to get into.
So I want to be able to allow them to use this as a facility. So maybe provide X amount of hours a month so that they can come. Because I know what it was like growing up as a youth and not being able to, like, obviously having a passion for music and all the rest of it, but not being able to maybe go studio.
Yeah, to not have access to nothing like that.
Access. So I definitely want to be able to do that. My son, he's into it, bro. He loves music, man. So
You
get me, give him that opportunity to come and use it as well. So yeah, just to be able to do that for me is a nice thing.
But it makes sense anyway. Like obviously you do music, you're investing in yourself.
Exactly.
Like, that's where a lot of people go. You believe it. They don't never believe in invest in yourself, man.
Even so doing music, I thought, you know, rather than paying, because you know, once they're paying so much money on studio time, I'm just thinking. The amount of money I spent,
if I'm serious about this, why I never got my own thing?
That's what I'm saying. Even like with filming videos, we're just like, oh, we got a camera. Obviously, it's not as easy as that. But when you are in an opportunity or in a position to do so, then that's the best thing you can do is invest in yourself.